What's up, guys? Medium Mick back again. Today we have a great show. We have my haul from Whatnot, my first go at it with Whatnot. I think I did really well. It was actually like a Whatnot auction just for like mature adult comics, which I like to feature, especially on Mick at Night. So I'll start out with those, and then then there's another haul where I landed some really cool Star Comics, which was the Marvel line of like 80s cartoon and toy series. Plus some other cool stuff in that haul. But let's start out with the Whatnot stuff. It was pretty crazy. My first time doing it, it was 15-second sudden death auctions. I got a lot of stuff, but not everything I wanted. But the main thing I did get, which was Cherry Pop-Tart. This is number 1, 5th print. Kind of a beautiful classic cover, kind of the Archie style. Issue number 1. These, they're pretty hard to get just because eBay sometimes allows sales, sometimes takes them down. If you get caught selling them, you get in trouble. So your best chance, I guess, is Whatnot or even local shows for these. And then also getting them in high grade is pretty hard too. This is Cherry number 15. I think this was a first print. So this is a high grade first print. I think they had near mint. They have what condition they have on this. They didn't put a condition, but it looks pretty high. That's number 15. And then this is Cherry's Jubilee, which is the second series. Great cover. I actually have a first print. This is second print. I have the first print, a run of 1 through, I think, 4, maybe the first print I've never wanted to sell, but now that I started accumulating some of these, I am going to start putting them in the claim sales. I know a few of the guys have wanted these. All right, next up is a really nice one called Horny, and the cover's by Grass Green, who I started to do some research on, who started out in the 60s doing comics and then moved into like the underground scene. But he's a really good artist. He did that Good Jive cover, which is kind of classic for an underground adult book. And then this was a set I wasn't too familiar with called, I can't even say it, Artistic Licentiousness. Licentiousness. Let me see, I'll start in order here. 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, I like the cover on number 1. I thought these were cool. Don't know anything about these. Looks like Robert Gregory is the artist behind these. And then these looked fun. This is Me and Her by Mike Malello. And I guess it's him and like a model that he picked to do this with him. I haven't read these, but I got 1, 2, and 3. I really like cover 2 because he looks like Macho Man. Let me see. And these are on Eros, comics, which is a pretty big one. So I like the art on these. Now this is great. He looks like Macho Man. That's awesome. Love that. And then this is number 3. Down. And here's another Horny. This is Horny Stories and Comics. Same thing by Grass Green. And you can start to see his art is really good. It kind of stands out. And then this is one I had in the past. I always wanted it again. I had it in a really beat up condition. This is 99 Girls. Pretty hilarious read. I don't see the artist on this, but I like it. Then these were a couple, yeah, these were, I think, sets or like graphic novels. This is Birdland 1 through 3. And this is done by the guy who did Love and Rockets. So this is 1 through 3. And then this is Dirty Stories. Who did this? This is Eros. It looks brand new. I had to cover that one up a little bit. And now Xenophile, I've had a few. I've had like 1 through 3 of the actual series, but this is like a collection, volume 6. Pretty cool cover, like a she-devil dog. I don't even know, but fun cover. So now that I have this pretty built up, we will probably get back to doing Mick at Night, probably starting next Friday. I can't guarantee these will be in it because I have been collecting stuff for 2025, so I do have some stuff ready to go, but these should be coming up soon. Let me hit pause and we'll switch over to the other haul, which has more of the star stuff and superhero stuff. Okay, we're back. Let's start off with the sets. These were pretty cool. Growing up in the 80s, I really liked the Star series. It kind of reminds me of when I was collecting as a kid and just the nostalgia of the shows. First one, Silverhawks, was one of my favorite shows, favorite toy line. And now, if you remember during like pandemic, these books were so hot because everyone had a nostalgia going on. So I got these for, I thought, a really good deal. I'll offer them up for a really good deal. But this is 1 through 5 in pretty high grade. I think there's 2 newsstands and 3 regular direct. I think 2 are fine, and then 3 are about VF. So nice set. I didn't open this one up, but this is a classic. They look really nice. High grade. The Chuck Norris set. I've had this once before. 1 through 4. That's a fun run. What do I have in there? Actually, I gotta take these down. These sets are a little bigger. This is a toy line or a cartoon show. I don't remember. Visionaries. This is 1 through 6. But it's the Star line. I know these are pretty hard to find. And it actually seems like the Star line, there's 2 things. Finding them in high grade, and then finding the later issues seems to be hard. This is one I never saw before, but right on the cover I saw the Phantom, which is the first comic I bought. I guess it was either 90 or 80. I forget if it was 90, around 1990 was the first comic series I got into. It was his new run. Never heard of this. It's called Defenders of the Earth. It's like a mixture of characters. I don't know. I don't even know everyone on it. I've never heard of it. That's why I love the Stars. I keep finding new Star series I've never even heard of. You know, originally I thought it was a few lines or a few different comic series, but it ends up there. I don't know. It's got to be over 20 of them. And then this one I just learned about a few days ago, and I don't remember this being on TV either, but I think a couple of the West Coast guys I talked to on Twitter said they knew it. Maybe it was more of a West Coast show for some reason. This is called The Inhumanoids. Great covers. And this is 1 through 4. Once again, pretty high grade. So these were neat. And like I said, during the pandemic, these were super hard to get. Now that things are slowing down, they're becoming more available, but still pretty hard to get in good shape in the later issues. Let me hit stop real quick, and I'll get the single issues. Okay, we're back here. This is Avengers 50, one I've never had before. Really nice Silver Age cover. You're probably looking at like a, I guess like a 5 or maybe up to like a 5.5. Yeah, sorry, a lot of glare today. That looks good. This I thought was cool. I don't remember. I've had runs of Submariner before, and I guess I've probably had this before, but it looked pretty solid. The grade, once again, probably like around 5 to 6. There is some tanning on it though. Otherwise, pretty sharp. Issue number 3, really neat cover. And these have actually, and this next one's been popular on Heritage and High Grade. These are the Bob Hope run. This is actually a 10 center. So it might be Golden Age or Silver Age, depending, I guess, when it actually came out. But it's number 48. Really nice colors. You kind of have a good girl on there. Jokey cover. I like it. Lower grade though. This is, more probably like a 3.0 or something. 3.5. But nice. Still fun to find these when you can for a good price. But yeah, in high grade, they were going for big money recently on Heritage. The population on high grade copies of this is like, they're like 1. 9.0, there's like 1 of them, that's it. Next up is just a Werewolf by Night. That was a good price, number 35. Fun cover. Jack Russell versus the Werewolf. And this was another Star comic I picked up, number 1. I don't think I knew this was an issue either. This is they actually call it a Bullwinkle and Rocky instead of Rocky and Bullwinkle. Number 1 issue, Star Comics. Pretty much everyone on the cover, the villains, plus Rocky and Bullwinkle. Now these were cool. These next 2, Silver Age, Showcase presents Metal Men. I think this issue number 39. I think it's either the 2nd or 3rd appearance of them. The price I got this for was like a non-spec price. I know people are specking on these guys. I think I just saw Bronzeville talk about it. But I got this for a good price. I guess there's talk that they might be in the new DC, which I guess would make sense. So yeah, and I'd never seen that book before, so I was really happy to get that. And I've never seen this book either. I just talked about it. I think I had mentioned that I didn't realize the Brave and the Bold had stuff before Batman, but I did. Because I know there's a lot of first appearances. I think the Teen Titans and stuff. It just didn't register that those were the same issues as the Batman. They just felt different. So this Brave and the Bold is number 38. Early appearance of Suicide Squad. And, it's got New York City, which is always cool, and they're fighting a dinosaur, which is always cool. I was happy to get both of those. That's a 4. This is less. This is probably like a 3. Let me take these down. These next 2 are gorgeous. And I have to decide. These might go to eBay because the population is so low. And these are pretty high grade. I think they're VF. Which one's number 1? I think this is number 1. To me, they look VF at least. 2 spine ticks. And really nothing else. And, they look beautiful. So this is George of the Jungle, number 1. I looked up the pop on Go Collect. And I want to say like the highest grade was a 9.4, and then there was like 1.92. Maybe there was a couple of 9.4s and a couple of 9.2s, but I think the 9.2 went for like $225. I don't know if this would have a chance for a 9.2 if it got like pressed and cleaned. But like if you just go on the regular, like to look for like what's available of these two issues, there's nothing even close. Like the highest you'll get is a questionable fine. These are definitely nicer. This one I think might be a little bit lower and could use a this could probably use a press and it would look real nice. But this is number 2. So I gotta see. I don't know. I mean, unless one of my one of the guys who usually does claims really wants these for their collection, let me know. Otherwise, I might put them up on eBay to see what happens. Because I do believe they're the nicest available copies. Okay. This was just an issue I don't see often. I know people like Doctor Strange. This is just number 9. This is a series I'm really starting to like, and I want to find more of it. This is Dirty Pair, and I guess this is the second series. Bunny's Hoe, number 1 of 5. Really like these. I'd love to get more of them, and I probably will for the claim sales. These are great. Then we have a really nice Neil Adams cover from the Unexpected 112. The initial art you see is pretty cool, but then on the back you start to see like these amazing monsters in the background, and some of them, even like the top right, look like some of the classic monsters he's made on I think it's like DC Specials, where he does a couple horror issues on there, or one issue. Him and Bernie have, I think they have one issue each under that DC Specials run. This was another Neil Adams, just really nice cover. Not really scary or anything, but it's Tales of the Unexpected 104. Masters of the Voodoo Machine. And last one here, low grade, but in hand it's beautiful, and I really want this now in higher grade. It's Secret Origins of Superheroes, number 17. First appearance of the Huntress. Really, really great cover. And, good girl kind of with her. It just looks awesome, even in this low grade. This is something I'll probably now hunt out because I really like it in a higher grade for my PC. But for an affordable, even a reader copy, you can't beat it. So yeah, we looked at those. Yeah, so that's it. First Whatnot experience. I liked it. The 15-second sudden death was a little crazy. Luckily I know my prices pretty well. I don't think I overpaid for anything. I did see some people overpay, but most things seem to, if anything, go kind of underpriced. Which I guess is good for the buyer, bad for the seller. But it does seem like 15 seconds you're either going to get under or over, because it's just not enough time for most people to think correctly. But I would do it again. I liked my seller. And it's hard to, if he does it, especially if they do those adult books, because they're hard to get. Like I said, eBay won't really sell them. So you got to do local comic shows where sometimes they're priced too high, or I guess you could do the Whatnot. So anyway, I hope you guys liked it. I thought there was some pretty cool stuff. A good mix of Silver Age, adult, even comedy side, not comedy stuff, but cartoon shows with the star. So hopefully you liked it. Leave a comment, subscribe, and like. Thanks, guys.